It is common for the human being to be encouraged to simply live, to move forward without questioning too much, as if seeking explanations for the inexplicable were a waste of time. It is also frequent to be urged to live as many lives as desired, accumulating experiences and knowledge, as if existence were reduced to a continuous cycle of experiences that require no deep reflection. Many pieces of advice, although well-intentioned, arise to calm restless hearts and silence minds that refuse to accept ready-made answers. Even those who give advice know deep within that unrest is the cry of nonconformity, the sign that the leading role of life has been handed over to secondary roles, distancing the being from its true inner work. Few perceive it, but it is precisely to the nonconformists that real life reveals itself. Not with easy answers, but with silent certainties that arise from lucidity. The coexistence among these restless spirits prioritizes encounters that bring clarity, and such encounters happen mainly within themselves, in the intimate space, where trust and authenticity cannot be masked. When the being allows itself to be carried away by conversations triggered by external stimuli, the repertoire of themes, opinions, and convictions becomes vast, requiring constant attention, quick reasoning, and immediate understanding. This dynamic, although it may seem enriching, often functions as a mechanism of distraction, distancing the individual from themselves and diverting them from the silence necessary to perceive their own essence. Therapies, each in their own way, achieve a certain success, precisely because they return the being's attention to its attitudes, its patterns, and its inner movements. Monasteries, in turn, were built upon the principle of silence and introspection, an idea that the being only finds itself when the surrounding noise ceases. However, not even this principle remained intact. It was attacked, reinterpreted, and covered with new dogmas and rituals that in many cases replaced the original simplicity. The most effective weapon against deep silence is intense noise. It is within it that guidelines for inexplicable rituals are hidden, whose true intention is merely to strengthen groups, create artificial belonging, and engage the individual in practices that distance them even further from themselves. The ritual, with its repetitive rhythm, creates dependency. Discernment, however, breaks this cycle. It is through it that the being becomes free, rediscovers its own voice, and resumes the leading role of its existence. In the end, the journey of the nonconformist is solitary, but not sad. It is a journey of lucidity. They know that silence is not absence, but presence. It is not emptiness, but origin. And it is within this inner space, free from noise and external expectations, that the being finally recognizes itself and fulfills itself.